franchise gets set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Jackson on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First down, Saints.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Jackson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Saints, first down.
Touchdown, defense. What twist? What a four? Mike 56. Mike 56. Quit talking up. I'm waiting.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on second and 10. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, here's Fournette. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Got it. 6 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 3. Check 3.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, started that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I know he ain't got it. Hard. Kill. Turn up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Miller. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
C-Con, 132 fighter. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Miller. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Hey, Sam off.
He's coming.
Get it.
Now Miller Throwing on 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to Michel on the screen. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, high 7.
We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go now.
Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Miller now to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Man out.
To throw is Jackson. And Thomas has it. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got the connection to Cooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Miller off the play fake. Over the middle, it's complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey.
Here's Miller on 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake. Miller. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Yep. If you kill it, motion me out. Hey, check right.
Hey, Echo. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Miller going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Let's go now. Head read. Check 56. Check.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He's going to air one out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Let's go. 56 the mark. 56. Pull it. I don't think you got it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Now Miller on play action. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Saints. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Seven ending. It's a safety creek. Kill, kill, kill. Check safety, check safety.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Trump. 24 is the mic. Focus, defense, focus. 24 is the mic.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Jackson got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Let it break. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit. To go.
Miller now looking to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Go. Rock it.
No. Off.
Now.
Miller on third down. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Watch the screen. Shift. You gonna take.
Get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Got it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
80 weapon.
Following the penalty, Michelle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, zoom.
Here's Miller to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
25, check 25. Hey, Alpha.
Check 33. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Ready.
From the gun, Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique, his ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding what the receiver is running his route.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. But he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Thomas, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
6-6, pull it high.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let it.
54, right there. 54, Mike. 65. 65. Check 15, check 15.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Let it. 60 or.
On 1st and 10, Miller hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Yeah. Shoot.
Now Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Sanders' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So, to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, check.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to sling this deep. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well, no matter how one...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the red color shirts.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Single receiver.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Looking long for... It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 90 Wolf. Greystone travel. Go.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Miller now off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. This time Jackson will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And it's Michel once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Now, fire.
Miller throwing on 4th down. Open man is Ross, complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, They're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
They'll run for it with Michel, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson is going to let this go for the... And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Speed trip.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Get it.
Here's Miller to throw on third down. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get... That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Stay with your man. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, me and you all day.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now it's Jackson, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw on second down. Miller. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Along